Hi, John Lay here from Talented Learning with another hot take. Today's hot take is on LearnAmp. I just got off a 1-hour briefing with Joe Hill-Wilson from LearnAmp, where we got to learn all about the business and then see a great demonstration. LearnAmp is a fairly new company out of London, England. They're only maybe 5 or 6 years old. They already have 50 employees and pushing about 100 customers, with their largest one being 45,000. They work across North America, all through Europe, Australia, and everywhere, so truly a global company. They have 14 or so different language localizations to make their product truly global. LearnAmp started from a learning and performance standpoint and started in the employee space and have created an employee learning space and created an application that is Learn, which is LMS and an LXP, providing the push and pull of formalized learning, push down, and self-generated learning that learners learn either socially or from surfing on the web or from marking interest in their surveys, but it's a way for them to get that continuous learning. Then they have a whole social component that really mimics a lot of what you would see on LinkedIn, with the concept of learner profiles and groups and social collaboration groups and the ability to find experts and follow experts. Learners have the ability to create and curate content or submit content for administrators to curate. LearnAmp has a focus or especially in helping complex organizations. So if you're an organization that has lots of different business units or components or operational plans or franchises or hotel locations or global and regional locations with different rules and regulations, the ability to manage that all under one roof and to have one application that can manage all those different relationships, complete with delegated administration and creating a report once and having it roll down so different people can run that report and only see relevant data, is really neat. The last part of their component is the performance component. So instead of investing in a full-blown talent management system, they're taking the best of performance management, from performance appraisals, management skills, working one-on-one with your manager, of creating that performance guide that helps take employees and customers through the life cycle, and to make them more effective from a learning standpoint is also really interesting. They've got, from an employee standpoint, integrations with all the leading providers of content like Go1 and LinkedIn, so you can get a jump on all the off-the-shelf content that you're going to need, but also a strong integration strategy to go in with HRIS systems or single sign-on or CRMs also. Their goal really is to engage the learners from a learning perspective. So some learning systems are coming at it much more from a dollars and cents or a fiscal perspective. LearnAmp is coming at it from the learning standpoint. They're learning experts in content creation and content delivery and the continuous learning. They're trying to employ the best practices of instructional design that have been developed over decades and really make them operationalize and come to life in their product, which is really neat. And then finally, it's really nice from a visual standpoint. They have the concept of widgets, which aren't unique to LearnAmp, but widgets are generally different dashboards or things that you can create specific pages for groups of users or customers or types of users or roles, or really any combination that you want. But a lot of organizations might provide a handful of widgets. These folks are loaded with lots of widgets that are really configurable, so you can set date ranges and what roles that you want or what learners that you want inside of these. So they make them useful from a broad or an organizational standpoint, but then you can continue to use them and refine them, so that if you're a manager in an organization, or you're a client administrator, or maybe you're in charge of compliance or quality assurance inside your organization, you can create the dashboards and the look that gets you to exactly what you need. And from a visual standpoint, once again, the reporting has lots of visual indicators using colors like green, yellow, and red, or heat maps, so that you can quickly look at your team and see who's strong and what, or who's missing, or who's compliant, or what your exception report is, all in a nice visual way, as opposed to just looking at it straight in an Excel spreadsheet. So that reporting and analytics component is nice. The ability to create those views and dashboards and build pages and content really easily from all types of learners is a pretty special part of their project also. And maybe the last thing I want to comment on is that in customer learning or in learning in general, there's lots of pieces of the ecosystem that you have to be responsible for. And some of that ecosystem is, something that you manage, and other things are, organizationally that may exist. But what organizations don't want to do is manage an ecosystem of 30 or 35 components. Ideally, they want to try to get that down to a handful of components that they can manage that do more of the things that they need, because in terms of contracts, administrative overhead, and working with different vendors and updates and upgrades and maintenance, all those things cost a lot of time and money and take away from the core mission of learning and development. So LearnAmp has done a nice job of assembling a lot of these different components all together with the social, the performance, the LXP, the LMS, the knowledge base, the ability to create content and author content, and LCMS. From that standpoint, are all integrated into one system that organizations can use to be really flexible in their learning solutions. And there you have it. There's my hot take on LearnAmp.